If you're watching this video, you're probably wondering, how can you get more bookkeeping clients for your business? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you all of the methods that I've used in order to get more clients for my business. Stick around. I'm going to rank these methods from okay to really good. Okay, so okay means you'll get some leads, perhaps some business out of it, but it's going to take a while and it's going to take a little bit of effort. To the really great methods, which basically means that, well, if it's working, you're going to keep at it, you're going to keep going and come back to it. The number one marketing method that I've used that I would like to share with you is cold email marketing. Now, I use this software from this company called Woodpecker, and from time to time I use it. It's not necessarily the greatest form of marketing, but it works. So hear me out. I have a list of businesses that I've actually gathered. So I've gathered their business name, I've gathered their email addresses, and then from there I upload all of these contacts in the email software. And the email software will be using my email address in order to send out those emails to these clients, to these potential clients. Now, what do we call them cold? We call them cold because these people have no idea who you are and they don't know what you offer and they don't know what you do. So your goal and what you're hoping for is that you can go from cold to warm to hot. So cold to warm, basically you're able to exchange a little bit of conversation with them. Perhaps they have a question, perhaps they're curious about your pricing, and then from there you perhaps set up an appointment. So you basically went from warm to hot. If you are interested in using the software or trying it out, I will put a link in the description box below so you can give it a shot. Now, the question you're probably wondering, how did it work out for me? Well, to be completely honest with you, like I said in the beginning, it's not the greatest form of marketing because, again, don't forget, it's called cold email marketing. And that's because these people have no idea who you are, right, and what you offer. So you're basically hoping that you're gonna reach someone that is really looking for your services. So in a given month, I would probably send 2,000 to 3,000 emails. Now, if it's tax season, like we're about to enter tax season pretty soon here, or I guess we're already in tax season, I would probably double that number. So typically speaking, around tax season or maybe around tax deadlines, I will actually run a few campaigns with the hopes that I would get some potential clients that maybe they need tax services, who pretty much I can try to turn into bookkeeping clients. But my point is, if you need a low cost form of marketing, this is a great way to get started because, again, it doesn't cost a lot of money and you can pretty much script the internet for data. And by data, I mean, looking into, LinkedIn or maybe hiring somebody to get you some clean data and then just email them. Again, it is not the greatest form of marketing, but you can potentially find something there. Some good success story would be, I think I sent about 2,000 to 3,000 emails. And out of that, I probably got maybe 3 responses, and one of them was turned out to be a deal, and they needed help with catch-up bookkeeping. And if you know anything about catch-up bookkeeping, you know that can actually be, decent, especially if they need to catch up for 2 to 3 years. So it was a pretty good client, and we were able to help out by doing repetitive emails and trying to send them value. Then who knows? Then they might turn into a client. So if you want me to share a video about some of the wording that I use in my emails, I'll be more than happy to share that. But basically, I keep it very short and sweet. I don't have a whole paragraph. And basically, I try to provide some sort of value and maybe a bit of case studies. And perhaps if they're looking for something specific, I try to mention that in the email, and then they will sign up with me. The other marketing method that I've tried and I'm probably not the best person to talk about it is social media. Now, I do not have a huge social media presence, and that is why I'm talking to the camera and uploading a YouTube video. So, my goal actually this year is to try to grow my online presence and actually generate clients by means of social media. Now, have I actually gotten clients through social media? I see other bookkeepers that are actually doing really well with that. They've grown their community, and based on their videos, they're saying they're getting clients by means of social media. Personally, I've never gotten a client through social media. But that doesn't mean it doesn't work. For me, never really felt the need to do it because I do have other ways or other means that I can get clients. So I've never really tried social media. But the reason why I did want to talk about social media is because, well, I'm at a point now in my business, and I think I posted a video about that a couple of weeks ago, where my business is steady. Right, I have the same clients, and of course we were adding maybe 2 to 3 clients sometimes every 2 months or so, and that's okay. But the way my business is set up is I don't have to have 50, 60 or 80 clients like some other bookkeepers on there that are charging anywhere from $400 to $500 per month. For us, we have less clients, but the way we price our services, we're able to charge them a little bit more because we offer more and we have access to a lot of other services internally for our clients. So therefore, we do have less clients, but we do charge more, and we're able to do a whole lot more for our clients, not just bookkeeping. But I do think social media is a good place to start. Now, maybe perhaps I'll do another video and update and let you know if people reach out to me via social media to help them with their books. Now, it's true, social media is not huge for me, but there is one social media platform that I've used and that I am currently using to get more clients, and that is LinkedIn. I feel like LinkedIn is one of those social media platforms that people sleep on. LinkedIn is still a good place because it is specifically geared towards companies and business people, and more importantly, decision makers. So what I do typically when I'm trying to reach out to potential customers, especially in my local area, I don't try to go after big companies. I just stick to smaller companies, and I try to go directly to the decision makers, and I try to send them a quick message. So more often than not, they'll connect with you via LinkedIn, and potentially, if they are interested in speaking with you about a specific problem that they have, or they have a question, or whatever the case might be, I think it's a great place to start. So if you are thinking about how to get more bookkeeping clients, I believe LinkedIn is a great way to start. The next marketing method that I've used to get bookkeeping clients is pretty much running ads, Google ads or Bing ads specifically. Now, I don't currently run ads because I haven't really had a need to run ads, but the problem with running ads is that it does require an upfront investment. Now, if you do have the money to do it, then by all means do it. If you know how to run ads via Google, you're comfortable with that, then do it. If you have the money to hire a company to run your ads, then do it. But if you're just getting started, you don't have a lot of money, and I don't want you to go into debt to run ads, it's not smart at all. But if you don't have the budget to do it, then running ads is probably not a good place to start. I started running ads for our company a couple of years ago, maybe 2 to 3 years ago. And that's because we already had a few clients and I felt comfortable doing that. And I felt that, if I could get on the phone with them and they set up an appointment with me, I could probably close some of these clients. And that was the case. But right now, I don't run ads. I do feel that clicks have gotten more expensive. And speaking of clicks, here's something to remember, and here's something that you have to really think about, is that, let's say you have $1,000, you want to drop that into running ads. So what happens is when a user clicks on your ad, and Google sends them to your website. So once they click, that's money for Google. That's money you lose. Now they go on the website and they look at it, they see information. Well, for some reason, they don't sign up, or they don't schedule an appointment with you. So then they leave. Okay. So now what happens? Well, you lost that money. Bookkeeping services and maybe payroll services were my most expensive keywords. Right? I think it was well over $10 for these keywords. I mean, think about it. A bunch of people are clicking, $10, $15 going out to the bank. That's a lot of money. So the other thing also is I used to run campaigns nationally, so I decided to just keep it local. That's simpler that way, and I'm able to connect more with my customers when they're local. So that's another thing to think about. No need to run a campaign to try and sign up people all over the country. It's better to just stick to your local market. Then that makes it, where you can control it a lot better. So again, if you have the budget, Google ads, Bing ads, yes. But if you're just getting started, no, stay away from ads. Now, another marketing method that I've used, that I'm currently using, and I think is probably, if most businesses, if not all businesses, are doing, and that's basically SEO, search engine optimization. Now, our website was optimized for Google's search engine. And basically what that means, search engine optimization, is basically when somebody goes on Google and they're typing a specific keyword, like let's say bookkeeping services in New Mexico. So basically what happens is Google, if your website is optimized, will actually serve that page to your potential customer, right? So page 1, page 2, page 3, whatever. They find you and they go on your website, and hopefully they will, right, sign up or set up an appointment. Now, why is SEO so good? Well, first of all, it's free, right? So you do not pay for that click. However, in order for your website to be optimized, you need to either hire someone to optimize the website for you, or if you have the skills, you can optimize the website accordingly. Now, I must caution you. I don't want you to think that, oh man, I'm going to run and do SEO automatically on my website. SEO is a long-term plan. It is not immediate, and Google's always changing their algorithm for SEO. So if you have a new website, it's going to take time for Google to actually show that website some love. So our website have been live for a while now, so we have a lot of content on the website. So basically, in a given month right now, well, actually, let me backtrack. In a given month, typically we'll see 2 to 5 leads per month. Okay, so I would consider that in the low months, like, there's nothing pressing that's happening. Perhaps people are not really thinking about taxes, they're not really thinking about bookkeeping, right? But like right now, between now and April, I'm already starting seeing our impressions going up. So what does that mean? So that means people are starting to look for certain services, for certain companies to help them with their taxes, right? Taxes coming up. So from that standpoint, we're expecting on average to see anywhere from 10 to 15 leads. That's how much we get on average. So based on that, we'll probably close a few of them, and most of them are going to reach out because they need help with taxes. But more often than not, we would take these tax clients and turn them into bookkeeping clients. So SEO is, again, a long-term plan, and it's not immediate. So you need patience. And of course, you need to have someone who knows what they're doing in order to optimize your website. So that way, when someone is actually searching for something very specific, then Google will actually present them your website. And hopefully, they go on your website, it's very well presented. And then from there, they will sign up. Another marketing method that I want to talk about is buying leads. Now, buying leads, you're saying, what do you mean buying leads? Now, I'm not a huge fan of buying leads, but surprisingly, it works. So I'll give you an example. There is a company that you probably heard of, and that's Thumbtack. And Thumbtack is basically a website where people go and they look for a specific service provider. I think they advertise the site mostly for home improvement, but they do have other types of service providers like attorneys and of course accountants and bookkeepers. And basically, you create a profile and you pay per lead. So every time somebody comes to your page and they request to speak with you, then they will charge you for that specific lead. Now, does it work? Yes, it does. In fact, I'm going to put a link in the description below for you to check them out. Matter of fact, if you sign up, I think they'll give you like $50 just to try them out. So it's worth it. Buying leads is if the leads are not good, then of course it's not a good experience. But in my experience, their leads are actually decent. So I actually leave Thumbtack on every day. So that is the one marketing method that I'm currently using where I leave it on autopilot basically. So from time to time, I'll get a lead. Somebody wants to potentially, want to talk to us about bookkeeping or tax or payroll. And I would say 50% of the time we're closing these clients. A lot of the times they're not necessarily repeat or monthly clients, but they're those type of clients that need a one-time type service. And again, you're hearing me saying one type or tax service because honestly, that's mostly what people are thinking. Business owners are not necessarily thinking that they need bookkeeping. They're only thinking about tax. But bookkeeping, if you have good bookkeeping, then your tax season is going to be so easy, right? So a lot of the times we're able to turn these tax clients into bookkeeping clients, right? So I think Thumbtack is a pretty good way to get bookkeeping clients. Now, let me say this as well. Let's say you have $500. Instead of putting it towards ads, I would say try buying leads instead, because Thumbtack is already doing all the marketing. They're already driving those users onto their website, and all you have to do is to pay to speak to that customer. Now, I know it sounds crazy, paying to speak to a customer, but if you're just getting started and you're trying to get your first, your second, or your third client, that's probably a quick way to do that. Now, for us, like I said, we do have a profile on Thumbtack. We leave it on. We do get calls from time to time. So that would probably be, a good way for you to get bookkeeping clients. So I would say between SEO and Thumbtack, those are the two marketing methods that we use where we get most of our clients. But I'm going to talk about one more marketing method that we use and that I don't really see a lot of people talk about. Maybe they don't want to share it, but I'm going to share it with you. Another marketing method that I would like to share with you that honestly has brought us maybe most of our clients over the years, and that is referrals. And to be honest with you, those clients that refer clients to us are the same clients that we've been servicing for the last 2 to 3 years. So if you're offering quality service, you're giving value to your current customers, or maybe to the customers that you've helped before, don't feel shy. Don't be shy about reaching out to these customers and asking them to refer them to you, so you can set up an appointment and basically let them know why you are the best person to help them with their books or their taxes, right? Because I feel like sometimes we forget that our current customers can serve as a marketing tool for our business. Now, some of the things that we like to do for our current customers is basically we say, hey, refer us a client and you'll get, a gift card from Amazon or Starbucks or whatever the case might be. So we try to also incentivize our customers and not just, take their money and do their books and then bye-bye. So we try to develop good relationships with our clients. A lot of them, we know a lot about them, I mean, think about it. If you're doing their books, you know a lot about their clients. You know where they eat, perhaps their employees, you know their date of birth. I mean, you know a lot of sensitive information about that client. So because of that, they're giving you a lot of sensitive information. So think about that. They're giving you a lot of sensitive information about them. Therefore, they trust you. And especially if you're bringing them value, oh my goodness. So now, why would you sleep on asking that customer and say, hey, I need your help? And honestly, if you approach it from a very kind and, loving way, and honestly, you're trying to grow your business and I need your help. Do you know any other businesses that could benefit from my services? And you'd be surprised. Businesses want to help other businesses, right? So again, if you're offering good service, if you're offering value, then your current customers will not hesitate to refer other customers to you in order to help you grow your business. All right, let's do a quick review. So we talked a lot about the different marketing methods that I've used or that I'm currently using. So we talked about social media. Again, I'm not huge on social media, but that is one marketing method that I'm hoping to grow this year. And maybe I'll have an update video to let you know how that worked out for me. And then, of course, we talked about LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn is a pretty good way to connect with other business owners. So if you don't have a LinkedIn page for your business and for yourself, I'd encourage you for sure to create a profile. It's free, and try to reach out to business owners. Dedicate a day during the week just to send out, some messages via LinkedIn to small businesses out there in your local community. Who knows? Something might come out of that. We talked about also email marketing, cold email marketing. Again, not the best marketing method, but it works, right? And like I shared with you, I did get a client out of that, and that was a pretty decent deal. So again, not the greatest marketing method, but it is effective in order to get your name out there, get your business name out there, and maybe you might be able to connect with someone that is specifically looking for your services. We also talked about ads, Google ads, Bing ads. Again, if you have the budget, if you have the money, by all means, do it. If you are able to afford a company to do it for you, do it. However, if you're just getting started, you are limited on funds, I would suggest not to run ads, because again, the upfront investment that it requires, it's going to drain your money. So stay away from ads if possible. We also talked about SEO, right? SEO again is a long-term strategy. It's a long-term marketing strategy. There's nothing quick about SEO. If you know how to do it, great. If you have the budget to hire a company to do your SEO, great. But again, it's a long-term strategy. Don't expect to get leads from it right away. So our website, again, have been online for a couple years now. We do have a lot of content. Our website has been optimized for SEO. Therefore, we do get leads from SEO traffic. But that didn't happen overnight. Unfortunately, it took a while before we saw our first lead via SEO. In fact, I don't think I mentioned this earlier in the video. Two leads leads, I can specifically remember from our SEO traffic were actually pretty big companies and pretty big deals for us in the beginning when we started doing SEO. So there's definitely advantages to getting SEO traffic, but again, it's a long-term marketing strategy. And then of course, if you have $500 laying around, buying leads is another option. Again, I'm not ashamed to say it, we buy leads. You create a profile and you put your credit card in their system, and customers find you, they reach out to you, and then you pay for the lead, right? So if you've got good sales skills, you should be able to have a pretty good closing ratio. As I stated in this video, the two methods that we use a lot these days is pretty much SEO and buying leads, right? And I have found that these two marketing methods are working really well, and that's how we're getting all of our clients. Now, in terms of if you're trying to figure out, okay, how many clients do we have? How do we charge our clients? I can make another video about that, but let me just say this. When it comes to running marketing campaigns and figuring out what works, you'll have to test out different things to figure out really what's working for your business. For us, what's working is SEO and buying leads, right? So this is where we put a lot of our efforts. This is where we reinvest some of our money in order to grow the business. Now, we're a small team, so that means I don't need 80 to 100 clients. In fact, we don't have more than 30 clients at this time. But the way we price our services, we don't price them, like some of the other bookkeepers are doing. We don't charge per hour, and we don't charge low either, because we're doing more than just bookkeeping. We're doing a lot more than that. So that's another thing you'll have to also factor in, is how you price your services will also determine if your marketing campaign is successful. So that is why we do spend money on leads, and that is why as well we do invest in SEO. I hope you found this information very helpful. I try to give you as much of information as possible. So let me know which marketing method you like, which marketing method you've used before, and what's working for you. I'd love to hear from you. So thank you again for watching this video, and I'll catch you on the next one.